today. From Ford Field.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. To return it, Alvin Kamara. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race.
What it is, baby. That's
and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Williams. The numbers for Williams a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Kamara now to return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Steps away to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Play action. Stafford looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Chris Godwin. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. They need 18 yards here on third down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Back to throw, Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. An inside give to Jones. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Second down and 6 now.
They'll go again to Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's third and 6.
Throwing is Stafford. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Matthew Stafford, 2. In this first quarter,
and the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Panther football to start quarter number 2.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Palmer.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here are the Lions to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Breaks a tackle. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, Stafford buying time to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now Rodgers. And Cooks has it over the middle. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in there by Cooks.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
On the return, it's Kamara.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught.
Nifty running by Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Reach back for it.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers again now.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top.
That message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game. A really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it? Or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. But 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down, and the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now it's Stafford. Being chased out left. And complete to Zach Ertz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Godwin.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Now Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Cameron Sample. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Fourth touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Lions are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
The Panthers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Aaron Jones
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like the unfortunately, they could.
Into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Will be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Up the middle, Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now 3rd down and 7. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. Flush to his right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed